with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A look at the starters down the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
90 Wolf.
On second down, it's Baker. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
18 Gator.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Go. 18 Gator.
On first down, it's Baker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Single, slide. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. They'll run on first down. Stevenson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Go. 30 base.
Hey, we got time right. You got 3 down.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Fourth down, so Pat Shurmur trots out the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Ready, ready. 10-2 stop. 2 times.
On first down, Baker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now. It's Baker, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
5.
On 2nd down, It's Baker, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Stevenson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down now. It's Baker trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right around the midfield stripe. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Got some room at the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dobbins. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Giants have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more.
Ready, set.
Mike, 5. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run it here. Able to fight through one tackle. Refusing to go down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. And he fires one incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20. And down at the 22-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the...
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the back.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
We got this.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. Stevenson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, it's Stevenson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 22. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, 90, Wolf. Ready.
Running game working, now stick with it on first down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. AT Gator.
They'll try the left side. Baker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Over the middle, complete. That's Oliver. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Set, ready, 10-2 start.
Switch up, switch up.
Get it.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
no, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
I got you, son. Sponge.
Let go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Giants on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down now. Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st down, it's Baker. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Baker. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's not going to get me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Go set. 60 outlaw.
It's outfield. Hey, it's all out.
Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. They're going to look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jags, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.